you know what? I need to go live, and I need to let all my supporters know that that's not true. Miss Nell don't roll like that. Miss Nell ain't playing no side chick for nobody, okay? That's just not how it go. And yeah, she's referring to Tisha K interview with Martell. No, I'm not referring to Tisha K interview with Martell. For those of you who know, I won't call no names and until I address it. Just stay tuned. Some of you.
Let's be honest, nobody saw this coming. After weeks of staying quiet, after weeks of letting the internet tear her apart piece by piece, after watching Nell Fletcher stand on that virtual stage with her screenshots and her voice memos and her so-called receipts, Destiny Payton has finally snapped. And not the way people expected. No emotional breakdown, no tearful live stream, no shaky apology video filmed at midnight in a dim bedroom. No. Destiny Payton came back swinging with something far more powerful than words. She came back with lawyers. That's right, the woman everyone counted out, the one the internet had already buried, the one whose name was being dragged through every comment section and gossip thread you could find. She just flipped the entire script. And now, the people who thought this was over are realizing it has barely even started. Because when legal papers enter the room, the drama stops being entertainment. It becomes something else entirely, something real. Something with consequences. So buckle up, because this story just entered a whole new level. To understand why this moment is so significant, you have to go back to where Destiny Payton started, because she didn't just appear out of nowhere. She built something, slowly, carefully, over years. Destiny grew up in circumstances that weren't easy. She's talked about it herself in interviews. The instability, the struggle, the feeling of always being the underdog. She came from a background where things weren't handed to her, where she had to fight for every single opportunity that came her way. And people respected that about her. That was the foundation of her entire brand. This idea that she was real, that she was raw, that she was someone who had survived things and come out the other side with her head held high. When she first stepped into the public eye, there was something magnetic about her. She had that rare quality where people just wanted to root for her. She was bold, she was passionate, and she wore her heart on her sleeve in a way that felt authentic. Fans connected with her on a deep level. They saw pieces of themselves in her. The struggles, the heartbreaks, the relentless hustle to prove everyone wrong. And for a while, it worked beautifully. Destiny built a loyal following. She built a platform. She built relationships in the industry with other creators, personalities, and public figures. She was on the rise, and the rise felt real. But behind every carefully curated image, there are things people don't see. There are late-night conversations, private disagreements, alliances that form and fall apart. And somewhere along the way, Destiny and Nell Fletcher's paths crossed in a way that would eventually create one of the messiest public disputes anyone had seen in a long time. Nell was someone who had been in Destiny's circle, close enough to know things, close enough to see the parts of the story that never made it to the public. And for a long time, Nell stayed quiet. She watched, she listened, and then she decided she was done watching. When Nell finally went public with her accusations, she didn't hold back. She laid out her claims one by one, backed by what she said was undeniable evidence. Screenshots, voice recordings, private messages. The internet erupted. Fans who had stood by Destiny for years suddenly found themselves questioning everything. Was the woman they admired actually someone completely different behind closed doors? Had they been deceived this whole time? The tide turned fast, and Destiny, for the first time in her public life, seemed to be losing control of her own narrative. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. While the world assumed Destiny was somewhere crumbling, somewhere falling apart under the weight of everything being thrown at her, she was doing something else. She was on the phone with her legal team. And the moment those lawyers got involved, everything changed. Word started spreading, quietly at first, the way these things always do. A source here, a whisper there. People close to the situation saying that Destiny wasn't just upset, she was furious. And not in the messy, reactive way her critics hoped for. She was furious in a calculated, focused, this is not going to slide kind of way. She had been pushed to her absolute limit, and she had decided that the courtroom was where this was going to be settled.
The legal action that Destiny is reportedly pursuing isn't just a cease and desist letter slid under a door. This is serious. Her team is looking at defamation. They're looking at the specific claims Nell made publicly and dissecting them claim by claim, statement by statement, to determine what crosses the legal line. And from what insiders are saying, they believe several of those statements went far beyond opinion. They believe real damage was done to Destiny's reputation, her brand partnerships, and her livelihood. And that word, livelihood, is where this gets truly heavy. Because this isn't just about internet drama anymore. This is about someone's career, someone's income, someone's ability to keep working in an industry that moves fast and forgets people faster. When Nell's expose went viral, Destiny reportedly lost brand deals. Collaborations that had been in the works quietly disappeared. Conversations that were happening stopped happening. The financial impact of that kind of public scandal is something most people never consider when they're sharing and retweeting and piling on. But it's very real, and Destiny's legal team is making sure that becomes part of the conversation. What nobody expected was how organized Destiny's response would be. People assumed she'd fight fire with fire, maybe drop her own receipts, maybe go live and give her side of things with the same emotional intensity that Nell had brought to the table. But instead, she pulled back, she went quiet, she let people talk, and the whole time her lawyers were building a case. Sources close to Destiny say she made a very deliberate decision. She chose not to argue publicly because she knew exactly where she wanted this fight to happen, and it wasn't on social media. She wanted it in a room where facts matter more than feelings, where evidence is tested, and where the consequences are real. When the legal notices were officially sent, Nell's camp was reportedly caught completely off guard. This was not the response they anticipated. They expected retaliation online. They expected drama. They expected more back-and-forth content that would keep the cycle spinning. What they did not expect was someone saying, "See you in court." And now, the mood has completely shifted. People who were loud and celebratory just weeks ago are noticeably quiet, because the moment lawyers enter the picture, the rules of the game change entirely. You can't just say anything anymore. You can't frame things however you want and walk away clean. There are real stakes now, and everyone connected to this situation is feeling the weight of that. The emotional toll of all of this on Destiny has been immense, and she hasn't been shy about acknowledging that, at least to those who are close to her. People around her describe a woman who went through real darkness during the height of the scandal. She felt completely exposed. She felt like the years she had spent building something meaningful were being dismantled publicly, and there was almost nothing she could do to stop it in real time. The betrayal cut deep, not just from Nell, but from people on the fringes of her circle who jumped on the wave and added their own voices to the pile-on without knowing the full story. Her family felt it too. People who had nothing to do with any of this public drama suddenly found their lives touched by it. That's always the part that gets lost in these internet feuds, the collateral damage to the people standing just outside the camera frame, the siblings, the parents, the friends who aren't public figures and never wanted to be, now suddenly connected to something messy and very visible. And then there's the mental weight of having their character questioned so broadly. Destiny built her brand on authenticity, on being real.
Having that authenticity publicly challenged in such a loud, sweeping way is its own kind of wound that doesn't just heal when the hashtags move on. It lingers. It changes how you see yourself. It changes how you walk into a room. Here's what this moment really means, though, and this is what people need to sit with. Destiny Payton did not do what she was supposed to do. She didn't break down publicly. She didn't give her critics the dramatic collapse they were waiting for. She didn't become the cautionary tale that people seemed to be writing for her. Instead, she regrouped, she strategized, and she came back with the most serious response available to her. That tells you something about who she really is, because it's easy to look strong when things are going well. It's easy to be graceful when the crowd is cheering for you. The real measure of a person is what they do when everything is falling apart around them, when the crowd has turned, when the headlines are brutal, when the people who called themselves your allies have gone silent. Destiny chose to fight, not loudly, not messily, but with intention. Whether or not the legal case ultimately succeeds, this moment matters because she refused to disappear. She refused to let this be the final chapter of her story. And if history has taught us anything about people who get written off, it's that the ones who refuse to accept the narrative being written for them are usually the ones we end up watching the longest. Nell Fletcher may have fired the last shot, but Destiny Payton just made it very clear this isn't over, not even close. Where this goes from here, nobody fully knows, but one thing is certain: the story that started as an internet scandal has become something much bigger, something that will have lasting consequences for everyone involved. And the rest of us, we'll just have to keep watching. Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Destiny made the right call going legal? And do you think Nell was prepared for this kind of response? Let's talk about it.